Okay, okay, we are live. Live, live, live. Hey, Corinne, Thrifting Atlanta. Brought you on here because we had some stuff to discuss. Just want to, make sure that we are all on the same page when it comes to thrifting. And, you know, I believe there is a dark side to thrifting. I think you
Mhm,
see some of it.
mhm.
But in my last video, if you haven't seen the first video, I dropped the video talking about the dark side to thrifting. Thrifting Atlanta, Corinne here watched it and was like, I see some of the things you're saying, but I disagree with some of the things you're saying. And so,
Saw the title. She
yeah,
thinks I'm too harsh? Wow.
I think so. I think Corinne wanted to put her side in and talk about, you know, the she wanted to be able to give the thrift stores the response. Thrifting diva. So
Little grace.
I'm giving them all the grace in this. It's just that I think that we have to understand that there is some things in the recent years, I would say post COVID is when some of these things have definitely been on my mind, and that I'm like, yeah, I think I would say post COVID is when we started seeing the dark side of thrifting. Before that, I think maybe it was getting there, and then COVID highlighted it, but post COVID for sure. Um, Highlighted it. So if you haven't watched my first video where I talk about the dark side of thrifting, maybe check out that video after this one. But Corinne here is going to give she's going to give the answer and the response for the thrift stores that she thought I was a little too harsh on. Because I'm thinking that some of these folks need to be told, like, listen, simmer down.
Okay, can I just tell you that I did enjoy the video. I loved the part about not over thrifting.
Oh,
Some
okay,
people just buy stuff just because of price points, not looking at the
right.
quality. I loved all of that. But
Mm-hmm,
then when you
mm-hmm.
started talking about
The,
um the
the
prices,
thriftflation. Uh,
thriflation. And
that's
I
what
was
I
just
call it.
thinking, I remember when dresses at Goodwill were like 4.99, but that was in 2000 and
Okay. And okay. So, yes, and absolutely we're going to talk about that, right? Like I call it thriftflation in the sense that everything is inflated, right? Like that's life at this point that it's going to go up. However, I mean, it's going to be it's basic economics. There's going to be a supply and demand, and that's going to be what drives these thrift prices. But here's my response to you on that, and why I think that some of these prices inflations at the thrift stores are starting to become and look ridiculous. Now, if you look at the filing papers of 99.9% of all these thrift stores, they are going to be a 501c. 501c is a non-profit
mhm,
organization, right?
mhm,
Like,
mhm.
hey, avocado, thanks for jumping in. Crazy cans, thanks for jumping in. It's non-profit. So
Okay,
they have to adjust absolutely to the supply and demand. I get
let
it.
me pull up.
And
Let me
obviously the
pull up
location.
Goodwill's, the one down here, so I can look
Right.
at what they spend and what
Okay.
they bring in. Yeah,
Um,
because it is public information.
but if indeed they are pushing what my concern is that the profit margin that they are trying to bring in seems to be over the top of what they are claiming as their 501c nonprofit organization. Like, you're getting a tax benefit based on that type of organization. They're getting a major tax benefit based on this, right? Like, we all understand that nonprofits are supposed to be, you bring in enough to cover. We're not trying to add, at the end of the day, you're not trying to make enough to say, this is our profit margins this year. We're at the 35%, all of that. Like, that's not cost and the mission, right? Like, because that's the point, right? That's the point. So, as I said, like in that video that I did with my Goodwill, when the pricing, right, at
Okay,
where they're
let me
changing
get their annual
pricing,
report.
okay, where they're changing pricing now to just be based on tag prices. That is not, to me, a part of the business analysis. I think that part goes into the greed analysis or the capitalism. And if that's what you want to do, then remove the nonprofit, take away your status, right? Like, if that's, if your whole aspect of going into this business is to be a nonprofit based, and you're going to get the tax exempt, you're going to get a lot of different things that you're not going to get if you said, hey, I'm Target won't get the same type of tax exemptions and stuff like that that Goodwill gets at the end of the day. So then, keep it straight up. When the prices are in the stores, it should be the same thing, like that.
Oh
Like,
wow.
you know
This one, they have their public disclosure copy, their filing form 990 showing um 37,920 fundraising, Goodwill works to enhance people's dignity, sponsored. I'll send this to you. Um, but I mean, I honestly I understand that part, but a lot of stores do that, not just, a lot of the thrift stores do that. And as I had mentioned before, I think that for some thrift stores that buy merchandise, maybe for those pieces that they buy, those are the ones that they're gonna mark higher than what the ones the ones they get donated. Was this 85 pages? I'm I'm responding to what you said, ma'am. I was responding to that. Turn around and oh, Rich needs to be blocked. Oh yeah, this is on your page. Okay. Go ahead, Rich. Give us some more. Mhm.
Still call yourself a thrift store, then maybe your quality of stuff needs to be raised then. You got to curate better. You got to come to it, the value then in what you offer is going to have to be, because we give you a break because you're a thrift store. We walk in and you don't have a dressing room. We're not going to be like writing to nobody and saying, oh my god, they don't have a dressing room, it's a thrift store. Like, everybody's going to give you a break on stuff. But if you're going to start pricing like you're in Target, then you need to start putting your stuff, like your stores and stuff need to start like look like Target. This nonsense about no dressing room, no returns, you know
because I am in Atlanta, and our stores, our Goodwills, do look like a department store. They have raised the bar. They've
Okay,
refreshed, yeah, many of their stores.
right. They
So
gotta come like Red Lobster then. Like we're gonna have to take a my
yeah,
our
so maybe
good
that's why I'm a little like, because our stores, they don't feel like it looks like a Ross. Like it's wooden floors, lighting, signage, it's just really, really nice. All the hangers are the same. Um, it's organized by size. It's really a better experience for some of the stores.
here do have a better than average feel for as a thrift store. Like you walk in and it doesn't smell like a thrift store and stuff like that. I will give them that. They have kind of raised the bar in that. I would just say that I am in this day and age where everything is going up. I think if their prices have to go up, it needs to make sense. Like their prices seem like sometimes you're like, why is a Victoria's Secret bag, a Victoria's Secret gym bag $20 because you saw a tag on it? Like either all gym bags are this price or higher end, but I just think that some of these pricing seems to be very arbitrary. And I'm not like, at that point, I'm just like, I can't be bothered with this nonsense. Like, I need to go in and kind of understand like all the prices. The dresses are going to be this price, this is going to be this price. In that last Goodwill video that I did, all the stuff in the boutique section were just things. Right, but everything in the boutique section were just things that had a tag on it, and it didn't matter.
Saying maybe that's a question you can contact the Goodwill with your concerns and find out if indeed if their boutique section, if those are items that they have purchased.
3 things. They did not purchase those things. Not you they did not. And they were very different. It wasn't like a when you purchase, you're gonna purchase a piece like if there was all like true. Yeah, I would say, "Oh, this must be because you always come across some of that sometimes where you're like, "Oh, I get this. They definitely look like they purchased a group of, there's yeah, there's 6 of the same sizes. Like, come on. No, these were completely different brands, different aesthetics. Everything was different about it.
'Cause I'm looking on my TV. I look horrible frozen on here. Okay, now I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah, now you are. We gotta get our if we're gonna do this, yeah, we gotta get our internet
And like this. Like it just be I'm right.
of our Wi-Fi.
It just be going off. So that's for me,
Anyway,
like, and I know a lot of people like in my I did a thing on my Instagram and a lot of people, this is not just for California or Atlanta. I think a lot of people are finding the non-transparency of these thrift stores. Like a lot of them are like, hey, the idea is that it was donated. Why are you going ham? And so it was donated. I get that. But we should definitely address that. Like, or they should address it. Like, it was donated. Why am I charging you $20 for a bag that I believe was probably $68 in 1992? Like, come on, Goodwill. Like, come on. Like, stop. Like,
have those pieces that's 5.99 and they're worth so much more. So it's a balance. It's a balance.
is doing this to address the fact that resellers like they figure that the people that's coming in are going to be the resellers and then therefore they are going to go like sell it anyway, so we're going to get our piece of the pie first. You know what I'm saying?
Bag and sell it for 19.99. So let us try. But
You're
the
not a
other
reseller,
thing
Goodwill.
is here, with and I'm not just talking about Goodwill, but other stores, they know that, okay, this week I'm gonna try to I'm gonna price my items because I know on Sunday everything in the store is gonna be half off. So let me try during the week and get, my highest price
Right.
because on
Let me
Sunday it will sell for a more reasonable price. It'll be 9.99. They'll be half off. So
but
maybe
I'm
that's what they do too.
but I no, we don't have that break. We don't have any type of pricing changes at the Goodwills here. So, like, where at that store, there's a possibility that let me start off at this price, but I need to move it by the end of the week. So it will be this price. We don't have that in San Diego. No, we don't have, no, we don't have any of that. We have, this is the price you pay, and it's 19.99. So I bet you I will go back and that thing will still be there. I bet because
You should keep checking. That's a nice follow-up. Yes. How long has it been? A week?
yeah, it's been a week. It's actually been a
Yeah.
little more than a week.
I think you
But
should go
I'm
back
gonna
and see.
I don't care. I don't understand why they do that. Like, I'm just like, I was just kind of annoyed. Like, I love thrifting and I get it that, I have to look at the total thing of how much I've saved in retail. But the whole point of me thrifting in the first place is that I don't want to save 20%. I want to
Well,
save
how much you wanna save?
90%.
Oh,
90%. Dang it. I want people to be like, I want to buy the dress for $5. Like, I want when I walk in, all dresses are this price. Like, I don't want to look at every dress and it's 6.99, 70.99. And then because Becky did it yesterday, and then LeBron is doing it to the pricing today, and then tomorrow is Letitia, and then the next day is Bianca. Like, come on.
these are much better. I went thrifting today, and as I said, I remember when Goodwill's dresses used to be 4.99. This dress at Salvation Army was 5.99, and this is the vintage, like, watercolor, dress. So their price points, yeah, their price points are, a little better. Now they don't do color tags on sale, they just have 1 day. They actually added 2 days. So Wednesday and Friday are now 25% off. It just used to be 1 day. Um,
Are a student, military, um, teacher. Like, yeah, so like person like you will get nothing. You
well,
coming in for that
nothing.
$19.99 bag.
But you know what? I still have my ID, my college ID when I worked at the college. It doesn't have a date on it, but it does it say staff or faculty? I don't think it has that on there. But maybe I can next time I come to California, I could
Like when I was in Maryland, they used to have the color. Everything was like 20, everything in this color is 25% off. And there'll be a several colors. But out here it's nothing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're getting it for free. You're not trying to give a discount for anything. You're raising prices arbitrarily when there's a tag. Tell me thriftlation is not happening here. Yeah.
um, dresses are about 7.24. And I love how they mine's so good, but iPhone, sorry about you're speaking about sales in dress shops.
From Russian. So I'm gonna just call you my Russian thrifting diva. We're talking about sales in thrift shops, second places that sell secondhand clothes. I don't know if they call them thrift shops in Russia, but yes. So Cheryl, we're talking about this is a follow-up to a video I did where I talked about the dark side of thrifting, and Corinne is giving her point of view. She is thrifting Atlanta if you're not already following her channel, but she is talking about, she wants us to, she says I'm being too harsh because for her, she understands that these thrift shops do have to make a profit to some degree because they have missions, they have other
Mhm.
things that they give, that they have overhead and stuff like that. My response to that is that a profit, yes, but I think they're trying to make business profits that are like, for other stores who are not getting any type of tax exemptions. Remember, these thrift shops are non-profit. They went in telling the state of wherever they are that we are a non-profit organization with a mission and we're just trying to make money to cover that mission. However, I think that places like Goodwill, which I shop at often, like I'm not saying that I don't shop there, but I do think that they seem to be pushing a little bit of a more corporate greed versus non-profit greed.
Do within the community with their career. Yeah.
Sales. Mm, I don't know if selling the sales is, I'm just saying it's just a discussion we're having on whether, the prices that are going up in the thrift stores are legit, necessary, and or can be, or that people could wonder like, I know like a lot of people are discuss this point where you go in and as you said, my address used to be this, now it's this. Um you used to get sales, now you don't. And I sometimes wonder.
Experience that. Um, but there are Hmm? Oh, that's yeah. Y'all, California, y'all on a different level. I'm talking about here. There is a thrift store chain here. For example, Savers. They are not. They are a for-profit store, and people donate to them. B-
Realize that Savers is a for profit.
On their receipts, it says all of that. Okay, okay, yeah, because they have the donation thing, but they said the money, some of the money that they make or something, they will give it back to their nonprofit partners. And then the other one that's here, the one that you got your Stanley cups from, theirs is like we are profit. We are profits. So, oh yeah.
I mean, I shop coins out here, ladies and gentlemen. So my price is going to be about my coins.
Yeah.
But I think people are just more mad at those
Mm-mm.
mad about that $20
Mm-mm.
Victoria's Secret because I'm like, come on, y'all playing yourselves.
I guess for me, it doesn't bother me as much because I see what they do with the money. So I appreciate that. So it doesn't I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but okay, so interestingly or not, right? We in the military at the um we have this thing call campaign, what is it? Campaign fiscal combination or something like that. But anyway,
Mhm.
I learned about these because these are all organizations that the government um you can donate money to, right? And
Mhm.
they'll take it out of your check and it will go straight to
Mhm.
them.
Mhm. 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 Mm.
It's a storefront. Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I was just looking at our Goodwill's, their financials are
But
on here.
what
I was
is
trying
their
to see what
I'm
their
gonna let me see
overhead
what their
costs.
administrative fees are.
Wait, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you
I
there.
could
This
pull
is
up the
from their audited financial statement from last year. I'm gonna send
I'm
it
gonna
to you.
pull up the it's a camp
Look in Messenger. I sent you.
the CFC campaign. That's what it's called. Combined Federal Campaign. And then you can go in here. I'm gonna pull up Goodwill.
No, you have to pull up
That
the North Georgia.
yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Okay.
Okay. What is it called?
Goodwill of North
Goodwill.
Georgia.
I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see. Georgia.
What's it? Bougie on a budget.
Hold on. Why did it not find anything? Let me see if I could just put in Goodwill. Okay. Uh, Goodwill of North Georgia is not in here. The only two would are Hawaii and Greater Washington. Let's see what they have.
What wait, what are you looking up? What? Because maybe it's under another region. What are you looking up?
Um,
Theirs is on their website. Their financial. So can you go to your messenger? Okay, so the last thing I sent you was their audit. So on here they have, let me see, page 5. Wait, that's their, wait, not that one. I think it's page 7. Page 7, the salaries. Salaries, employee benefits, payroll taxes, awards and grants, professional fees.
so these is all their these personal expenses is 4 million, over 4 million, right? and then another 2 million for general and administrative services, and then all these awards and grants. So 34 million.
Well, that's the awards that they
Is
received, right?
31
Okay.
award. Yeah, so it looks like they get, yeah, 31 million. They get about 31 million. Okay.
Okay, here's
Then they're doing
the operating cash flows from operating activities. Grants receivable increase, net cash provided by operating, net cash used in investing activities, decrease supplemental. They had on one of their things where they showed like what they paid for their
their clothes.
no, not the clothes. Well, that's probably in there. Um, like their career services.
Oh, like where the money is going, kind of.
Hmm. And the classes, the workshops that they do, the graduations, ceremonies, things like that. Seminar training. You want it to be over what? You want it to be over what? Why does it have to be over 40 million?
The fees is 40.
Where do you see administrative fees as for this program services,
You
sponsored programs and
so
grants,
person
direct services to
no,
membership?
page
Uh-huh.
5. Professional fees, references, travel, real estate, all of that that's your administrative fees.
Right, in order to do what they do. Right.
Right. You can't have, so that's what I'm saying. You're
Well, how many stores
going,
is this for?
I don't, it doesn't matter because when they
How it
get the
doesn't
grant, you don't
matter.
get the grant. The grant doesn't come based on the stores, it comes based on the organization. So if you want to do more stores, fine. Just make sure that whatever you're spending it on the mission should be getting more than the
Right.
administrative fees.
The
So
mission
that's
should be getting whatever is necessary to make it happen. So the people that they hire, they want to make sure
no,
that
no,
these
no. That's not
people,
how administrative fees work.
yeah, the
Administrative,
money that
no,
they
no, no.
make, isn't that to pay the people that they hire?
Yeah, but that's
No?
nope. That's no.
So how are they
The admi-
supposed to pay the people they
because
hire?
you have you're thinking personnel versus all the
That's
administrative fees.
this says
Conference and
personnel expenses right here. That's what I'm
right,
reading.
but that's only 5 million. You
Okay.
have professional fees is 2 million. I have no idea what they're
Okay.
talking about there.
All
Rental,
right. Okay.
conferences and convention,
Okay.
related expenses. I have no idea what that means.
Okay.
Supplies, printing. They
Mhm.
don't have any depreciation. Telephone, seminar, and training fees. So all of those things. That's why when we look at those books for the administrative fees, we normally will not give to a company that administrative fees is more than the stuff that they're doing, because I'm not going to pay you I'm the money I give you, I'm able to use the bulk of it. Like if I give you $1, I want you to use 30 cents for administrative fees, 70
That's what I'm
cents.
looking for because they have it posted what the for each dollar that you spend, how much is directed
But
to
but
their
that should be
mission.
but that should be in
Let me
here.
see. Let me look at the annual reports.
Let me see something. Oh, you know what? I can have
Let's see over here. Mission and power of work. It doesn't say it on. Let me do F. Um, every dollar.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Mm, I like what my Goodwill does here in the community, so I am all for supporting.
all Goodwill's supposed to be giving. Like that's
I
the
don't know what
whole.
all Goodwills do. I'm just speaking for here because the ones in New Orleans, I've shopped there. I don't even know what they do. I don't see a career center. I do know one of them has they do have a technical college. Um, Goodwill, Goodwill New Orleans, it's not New Orleans, Southeast. One of them, they do have a college. Goodwill Technical College. Yes. This one is in New Orleans. So they actually have a school. So the money that they get from the
Mhm.
stores, it funds their school, their college.
Okay. And do people have to pay to go to the college?
They get let me see, tuition and fees. The credit hours, let me see, student fees. They do offer, so it's like 140 for a credit hour. So like one class would be 432, like a 3 hour credit, tuition and fees. Let me see what the requirements are. Financial assistance. So you can get financial aid. Goodwill has a scholarship. Mhm. Yes. So what is y'all's mission? Goodwill of what is your area called? Goodwill of what? Mhm. Okay, so there says that it's provided at no cost. Yeah, ours is like that too, at no cost to the San Diego residents. But where's y'all's thing? Supported paid training, good donation receipt. Where's y'all's thing what that says what I don't see a audit report. Work with us shop. Wait, you're breaking up. Maybe I'll take my earpiece out. You're frozen. Yeah, yours is not as transparent. Yeah, I don't see but it said like you can download pathways, impact, mission, financials. Okay, let me click on financials. I think that's the same thing. Impact. Hmm.
You see it? I don't see anything for them.
For yours?
Bottom,
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, let me see. Goodwill, San Diego, financials. Okay. Okay, there's y'all's form. Oh, that's from 2023. Where's y'all's 2024 form?
is this one is 2024.
Extended to no ours says 2024.
Oh, extended to November 15, 2024.
Hmm.
I know.
Well, okay,
So they
so
had look,
go ahead.
so this is to provide, huh?
Go ahead.
It says contributions and grants. They went up a couple $100, 56 million. The service revenue, 3 million. They have an investment income. Okay, they got about a million there. And other revenue, I don't know what that 20 million is coming in from.
Let me look at ours because I sent you ours like this too.
Oh, okay.
I think that
Yeah,
was,
that's
wait, no, wait. I think the one, was it this one? The disclosure copy. Okay, yeah, the first one I sent you is this one, 57. What is ours? 7.
huh.
So what you're saying that the money that they are making, all of it should go towards the services they provide.
I think 60% should go to services.
How did you come up with that number?
If you're non, because anything over would be profit outside of everything that you're getting, because they get grants based on their status. They get federal grants, they get
Mhm,
state grants, they get
mhm,
donations from, they
mhm,
court very wealthy people to, when they die, like leave to Goodwill this
mhm,
amount of money. So if you're making money,
mhm.
if you're gonna if you're gonna be making money through that loophole, then use the money for the people that you said you're gonna be giving it to. Not for salary, not to be not to be a new target, not to be Target. Target got their own little structure going on. You're not part of that structure.
Program services, program services, support services to total program service 75 million. Administration and development, general. Yeah, I don't know how to read this.
Mm, I'm gonna have ChatGPT do it for me.
Yeah, but yeah. So in a nutshell, yeah, the price points are a little higher than before, but it's across the board. Um, I chalk it up to
But
everything is going up.
but yeah, but what about when Will's prices or thrift store prices are higher than retail prices? Then it's giving. Come on, like I should not. I absolutely should not be spending. I shouldn't go to H&M and spend the same that I would spend at Goodwill. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like
Well, yeah, I just
absolutely
those
not.
things I don't buy. I just be like, "Oh Lord, who pricing in the back? Look at my nail is chipping already. Who's pricing in the back?" I don't buy that item.
I remember once a few years ago, this is right before COVID, I went to Salvation Army in DC. their stuff was like 25.99, like average. I had done a whole video. I did a whole video on that. Like, and years later, like maybe the Salvation Army manager contacted me and said, I just saw your video. I was like, dude, I don't even live in DC anymore. But it was crazy. Like, where who are you? You have to remember your place. Like, you just have to. You're not the mall. And I know it might seem tempting to put this for 24.99, but you're not the mall. And then what they were doing, it was 24.99, but every Wednesday it was 50% off. But even then, 12.99 is still too much for your skanky dress.
Yeah, I've seen dresses like that, but I just get it on 50% off day. That's how I deal with it. I just get it. If I want it, I buy it. If I don't, I wait until it goes on sale.
Even resell. Like, this is just stuff for me to put in my house and my clothes, and just, like, just sometimes you just be wondering, like, as you said, who's pricing in the back, and what was their training?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
why y'all who's doing this? Like, y'all playing yourselves right now. Tw-
Okay, friend did her workout. Yay.
Yeah.
Um, but like when I hear other resellers complaining about pricing in the thrift store, I'm thinking the thrift store is not, you're not their audience.
Well, that's well, no, no, but they're punishing us because of resellers.
This is not, it's just more rampant now, but it's been going on for years.
Right, but now it's definitely a very and
It's
more
an easy
it's
entry.
yeah, it's more mainstream.
Yeah, easy entry,
Right.
a lot of resources to make it happen. So yeah,
But
everybody is getting into it.
I definitely am not. I just don't think that the thrift stores are. I don't know. Like, I wonder if they have these board meetings and they should bring in influencers who, like, thrift connoisseurs, and say, let's talk. They should have us on their boards, actually. I'm going to reach out to them and see if I could be on their board.
When our CEO, when he took over in, how long has he been on the board? I mean, the CEO. When he took over, he did invite influencers because I was one of the um well, I was a blogger back then.
And what was he saying?
No, he was just asking questions about like their messaging, how is the store is set up, um, and things like that. And a lot of the things, like I remember him asking about like the announcements that they make. If we When we hear the announcements, do we understand like what our money is going to? And one of the announcements that they change is like it's constantly in your head. Thank you for putting our people to work. And they have that signage like everywhere. Your money is helping your neighbor. So it's kind of almost brainwashing you while you're in the store.
Trying to say, I love what.
But it's true. But I remember him, and because I was talking to one of the marketing, the guy Donovan, and I told him, I said, I still don't think people understand where the money is going. We don't see a lot of that on their social media pages. Like we should see those success stories of people that went through
Mhm.
your program, the training. They've graduated, they've started their own businesses because they also do entrepreneurship classes. They
Right.
started
Right.
businesses. I said we don't see that on your. I said we've been seeing a lot of the Beyonce. Hey, Fran, they had a collection of Beyonce cart, cart. what is it called? Carter? Whatever the
The
name of the concert was. Cowboy
cowboy
Carter.
carter.
They had a section in the store to get people to come and shop.
Did they raise the prices over on those things?
No, they were I don't think so. But again, those are things they bought. Those were not donated items. I'm
Okay.
sure those are things that they bought. But I don't but they had it at select stores. It wasn't at every store. And then like for Halloween, they buy stuff for Halloween.
Uh what
No,
I've
they
been told
do.
with my
The new
with mine,
stuff.
they just no, they gather throughout the year. Like I
Mhm.
had asked them, like, are these new? And they was like, no, we just when they come in, like right now, you won't see
Mhm.
any Halloween stuff
Yeah,
out
they keep
at
it.
all.
Mm-mm.
Pull those. So right, like, because right now they're collecting for Halloween.
For Halloween, because they also, and I noticed this in one of the videos I did, they have a section called new goods where they have like bed sheets, um, dinnerware sets, like anything you need for home, towels, and they're all brand new.
So they're buying. Yours is buying that.
Right. And then when you go to check out, think of like when you're in like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. When you go to
Yes.
checkout, they have that long stretch of little
That's out.
things.
Yes, ours buy those things. Those are the
Yes,
things
so they have
because
a
you could buy.
bunch.
Yes, you could buy 10 pairs
Yeah,
of
they have all of that.
socks. Right, like
Yeah, they
little
have a
water
lot of
bottles
those
and
things.
so that I could tell that they bought those as a bulk. But
Mhm.
ma'am, they're not buying those sequin dresses. They're not.
And then they have the drink machines to buy drinks, which I thought was good. I remember him talking about that because sometimes you're in the store and you're thirsty.
Well, at least you guys have that. We don't even some of our thrift stores here don't even have a bathroom.
But they did take away the dressing room and they made more space for clothes. You know, I honestly, because I don't use the fitting rooms, it doesn't bother me.
That's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm
Yeah.
speaking for me. It doesn't.
Like either your who's your customer, the resellers who are not trying on anything, or people coming in. Having one stall to try on your clothes, like I normally could get away with it. But if I went to Goodwill right now in this, I won't be able to try on anything. Actually, not Goodwill. Goodwill here has they do a good job. They have fitting rooms, they're clean, they have mirrors, which is nothing worse than going into a fitting room and there's not a mirror. I'm like, what is the sense of this? And they have bathrooms. I was talking about the other store that I visited the other day, Mission Thrift. No, no bathroom. Like three mirrors around the store, a huge store, and no returns. I'm like, if you're gonna raise prices, let's get those prices back to if we're gonna be raising prices on the thrift store and acting like we Target, then you're gonna have to bring it up to Target level. Better lighting, you know what I'm saying? No smelling, clothes organized. Like you don't get to raise prices and still get to keep your I'm a thrift store, give me some grace. Like it's one or the other. It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
My series on the Goodwills. And I'm gonna say it again. Our stores are pretty good with that. With the clothing are typically in really good condition, not, stained. Now the other stores, you gotta like really inspect it. But the Goodwills, they do a really good job with curating.
They they probably get the better donations. Friends or the friend says, "Or the mirror is warped." I know, like, why are they these cheap $5 mirrors? Like, Y'all have it in your budget. Buy a $30 mirror and put it up. Like
Well, you
what
saw that store City Thrift, they don't even have a mirror. They don't even have a mirror. Not have a mirror. They do have a policy. Luckily, it's only 2 stores in Atlanta, but they don't have a mirror.
how do you not they have
Manager, he said that the mirrors were getting broken by customers. That's what he said. But yeah, they do not have a mirror.
can be
At the end of the he said by the buggies. That's what he said. He's no longer there.
put them in a place where they won't get hit by a buggy. They don't have dressing rooms either. I'm only going to
For more products. So what I've done, if I want to see, like I go to like the furniture and I hopefully there's like a bedroom sets or a mirror. Yeah.
I'm going only to Park Avenue Outlet. I thought they still around the Park Avenue Outlet, huh? That's what Fran said. I'm only
Um Even that store, that one there. Well, they are that's a different type of they were on the news one time because they're nonprofits.
not nonprofit. Who they giving?
Supporting. Because what they would do, they would put these pink bags, like a shopping bag, for you to put items for donation. And then they would come and pick it up. So it would have some information about donations. Or you would get a call from a like a call center and they would say, "We are blank, blank, blank domestic shelter, and we will be in your area picking up donations. Can we put you on the route? We're looking for men's and women's clothing, blah, 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 blah." And you tell them yes. And they tell you, put your things out, by the front door, blah, 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 blah. We'll be on your street. They pick it up. You're thinking that this is going to, because they said we are a domestic shelter, but it's actually going to, but their response is the money that they make is paying or supporting the people that they house, which are the people that call, the call center people. Supposedly that's who's working, from my understanding. So they put them to work. So they're So I used to always see, was it that store or was it another store? I would always see a big sign that said like call center, um, hiring, like $13 an hour, something like that. I'm like, why is there a call center next to the thrift store? Because I had went on their page too. It's called Inspire. inspired
Oh my God.
domestic violence, and I'm like, do you even know? Because if you think about it, how many people are in a shelter? How many people can wear your things? What do you think they do with the things that can't fit the people?
I don't mind them collecting the clothes and selling it if they're turning around and taking that money and giving it to the shelter, meaning instead of you giving me this dress, I got cash to go buy clothes or something like that, you know? Or food for the shelter people, toys for the kids. You're frozen. Friend, you blocked those calls now. I don't understand either why they would. I mean, they should have had a better system in coming out there in telling people what they do because that is super shady. Karen, we both are we both frozen? Oh, Karen's phone completely just died. Okay, well, I guess that is one way of ending the live where she had to go because her phone is dead, dead, dead. Friend, thanks for jumping in and talking with us while we did this. Appreciate you much. And yeah, hopefully we are able to come back on at another time. And, maybe we'll have Goodwill on with us this time. Show the proof, show the receipts, Goodwill, show the receipts. All right. Well, until next time, see you soon. Bye.